right now.
Hello everyone. Hello. I'm Lisa from Craftin' and Cruisin', and
Well, I'm the husband, Rodney, the helper.
he's also the sidekick.
Yep, sidekick.
So we, as you probably heard Denise just share, we just got to Cancun. We left Tennessee this morning. We had to be up at 2:30-ish, so we could be at the airport by 3:30-ish. Well, we had to go park our car and then take a shuttle. So I have on no makeup, I have on no jewelry. I didn't want to wear a lot of jewelry down here, and so we are tired, but we're so thankful to be here and so excited to be on this event about lemons or lemonade. Denise was finishing up her board, and it was absolutely precious, saying easy peasy on it. You know, that saying easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I have to tell you guys that Denise mentioned that we met the first time in Oklahoma City at the Sparkle Retreat. And I got to know her a little bit then, but not a lot. And then we were together in Kentucky at an event. And you guys, that's when I absolutely fell in love with Denise. She is the sweetest thing. Hey, Angie, thank you very much for sprinkling me, and thank you for your help today. I'm so sorry I messed up with the texting, but so then I met Denise in Kentucky, and we just clicked. And then after that, my husband and I hosted a meet and greet for some of the crafters that were there. And Denise came, and Susie Zane, and hey, Linda, hey, Debbie. A lot of people, and we had so much fun. So I love Denise as a crafter. I love her more as a friend, and she is always so encouraging and supportive to Rodney and I couldn't be more grateful. So Denise, girl, I love you. I love your easy peasy lemon squeezy board you made. So, yes, we literally just landed and got to our hotel and checked in our room and quickly unpacked things. So, if you'll go open that door, I'm going to give y'all just a quick glance at the view from our room. Just so you can see how beautiful.
Lisa likes the lower floor, so we're not up high.
I don't like it. I mean, I wouldn't mind being up high, but I like being down there. So, there you go. This is looking from my room down on the pool and on the Caribbean, and it's just absolutely stunning. So anyway, now you know where we are, and we're going to get started on a little craft. I did a lot of prep before we got here because I wanted to make sure that I didn't go over my time. And again, I want to say thank you to Denise for switching places with me. She was supposed to be in this time slot, but I was we got diverted in the air because of weather. And so then, this is through Monster Vacations, Linda. We're in the Crystal Resort. And so I was afraid I wasn't gonna be able to make it. So I quickly purchased internet, and then I tried to get in touch with Angie to say, what do I do, help? And my sweet sister friend Denise just jumped right in there and took my spot, which gave us time to get fully checked in. So I love you Denise, I love you Angie. I appreciate so much your helping me get this accomplished. So what we're going to do is I have a ball jar right here, and you'll notice that it's kind of a yucky color. I used alcohol ink to make it supposedly look like lemonade. I won't say what I think it really looks like. But anyway, this is supposed to look like lemonade, okay? So I've already put the alcohol ink on that, and on the lid, and on the little top. And then my MacGyver husband cut me a straw. What is this made out of, Ronnie?
Aluminum.
This is an aluminum straw.
5/16 tubing.
Oh, 5/16 tubing, if y'all need to know that, okay? So what we're going to do is something really different. We are going to zhuzh, love that word, up mostly the outside of this jar. Let me tilt you down a little bit. with something to look like ice or ice cubes. I got these at Michael's, and then I got some little pieces like this. But first, we're gonna put some underneath this lid. And the way we're gonna do it is that I got a UV resin from Amazon. And thank you for spreading the blessings. I appreciate you. Hey, Grace.
And speaking of Grace, we may need some because she's never used this UV stuff before.
I just practiced on it though a while ago. And then I got this by Fun Showcase LED UV lamp. You ladies that get your nails done, you know, if you get the acrylic nails, or not the acrylic, but whatever it is, a dip and gel polish, that you put it under an acrylic lamp. And this is what it looks like right here. Okay? And you can do 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 99 seconds. So here's the inside.
A bunch of little LEDs in there.
And when you punch the thing, then the LED light comes on, okay? So, will it work? I hope so. I don't know, but we're gonna try.
Thank you, Donna, for sprinkling.
Yes, appreciate that. All right, so what I'm gonna do, this stuff is really thick, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, first I want some showing on the inside, if I possibly can have it looking like there is ice hanging down on the inside. So let me set this to 90 seconds, and you can see that what I'm doing is just placing it right on top of my project, and I'm gonna let that count down, and then I'm gonna put another piece, maybe 2 more pieces, and then we'll flip that upside down in the cup, and hopefully it'll look like there's a little ice in here. And then when I flip it over and put the top on it, we're going to put some on the outside, along with the little lemon piece I made. I bought a styrofoam lemon. Thank you, sweet Denise. And like a dummy, I thought, oh, I'll get that styrofoam one. Hey, Donna, and I'll cut it in slices, and then I'll have a slice. Duh, the inside is white. So last night, I quickly painted both sides to hopefully make it look somewhat like a lemon slice. And then we're gonna put around the neck, we're gonna tie some ribbon. And what else? We're gonna outline a little bit or shadow the word ball. And let me take this out and see what is happening. Okay, so see, it's on here. It's not moving. And I didn't even leave it the full 90 seconds. So now we're gonna put...
If it'll fit in the jar, not too late. We're just gonna believe it's gonna fit in the jar.
My husband doesn't trust me to do this. He thinks he's gotta tell me how to do it. Okay, stick it back under here, and I'm gonna punch the button and feel like I'm getting my nails done.
See, y'all can't see what's going on under there. There's a little man with some crazy glue squirting it on underneath.
Let me turn it so y'all can see.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Now, can y'all see
Yeah,
under
we can
there?
see that now.
Okay. I can't see because all these comments right here. Cray cray.
Makes it nice and purple.
So then, oh, also when I was tearing my ribbon to put around the neck, y'all, I don't throw anything away. And one of my granddaughters is following right in my footsteps. She won't let us throw away a cardboard box or anything. But when I tore these pieces of ribbon, look at all this goodness that's left. Perfect to go in a junk journal or in artist trading cards. I won't throw it away. All right, let's check. Pretty good. All right, I don't know if I have room for another one, Rodney. I maybe could put one on top like that, do you think?
Yeah, as long as you left room
Or
for your
should I
straw.
put another square on top? Let's put another square on top. Should we?
It's pretty cool. I'd scoot it back just a little so your straw misses it
Okay,
down.
let's put this right here, and then we'll move to the outside. And y'all, this UV light was like hardly anything. It was, I don't know. I have to hold this up now because it won't lay flat. Can y'all see? Yeah. I want to say maybe $18. I don't remember. And the UV resin was maybe 10 or 12. I didn't spend a lot on it. But if this turns out well, I think I'll use this kind of stuff again. Why does it keep going on? because this fascinates me that you can put this on here. Now, Rodney said, being the engineer that he is, and being it's because I can't lay it flat. I'm just going to hold it like
I
this.
think when you move it, it turns off.
Let me do it like this. He asked me why was I using UV resin instead of super glue or B7000 or whatever. I don't know. Just because I am. But if it works, then we can use it on some other stuff too. And isn't that cool how those look like ice cubes? All right, so let's put it in here. And let me screw the top on. Maybe. Not going on straight.
That's pretty good.
It was crooked, I could tell.
There you go.
No, it's still not. Hold on, you guys. Hold, please.
This is jar lid putting on 101.
I don't know.
Let me see. Let me look at it.
Hold, please. Rodney's going to look at it. It's a little crooked.
It'll work.
Okay.
If it were
Now,
pickles, the pickles
my
wouldn't fall out.
straw right here, we're going to stick down, hopefully, in here. Yep. Okay, so see, you can still see the straw through there. And if you look real closely, you can see some of the ice cubes. It's okay if you can't see them real well because we're going to put them on the outside too. On the top. Why, you ask? I don't know. Why not? I just thought it sounded kind of fun. No, actually, I saw somebody did something real similar on Pinterest. And so I decided, I know, Mr. White, I decided that I wanted to try something to see if it would work. You know, if somebody's going to do something, I'm going to try it too, just to see. And some things work for you and some things don't. So hopefully this is going to turn out to be really, really cute.
Tammy Whiting says she's new to your page and just wanted to let you know.
Welcome, Tammy.
She had a stroke 3 years ago and can't use.
Oh, she's been on here before. Yeah. She told me that, that she may have to, that she has to speak her text. And I totally get that. I'm so glad you're here, Tammy. All right, let's put another one about right here.
Tina Hurt says, hello, Lisa.
Hello, Tina. How are you, friend? Ooh, I got some on my fingers. Okay. Now, you can sit this UV glue out in the sun. If I was doing this like out on the beach, it would take it about 15 to 20 minutes to harden outside in the sun. So all it needs is UV rays. So if you put it outside, it'll, in the sun, you can get the same effect without having to get the lamp. The lamp's just not real expensive, and I figured I would probably eventually use it for something else. So see, they're sticking down there. I can't move them. Now I've got these that are kind of uneven, and I thought they'd be cool just kind of thrown around there, just because it would look like some was crushed ice, kind of chunky crushed ice, and some was not. Now I may be using too much of the resin, but when Ronnie and I were practicing before, we were having a hard time getting it like on a piece of cardboard to really harden well, but we didn't put a lot on there. So that's why I decided to pour it in there instead of taking a brush and brushing it on. I might not need as much, but I'm not worried about it.
Kat says, hey, Lisa.
Hey, Kat. How are you, sister? You could do the same thing. I could have just left the ball jar clear, but we could have done like the bottom 3/4 or whatever in a brown to make it look like hot chocolate or coffee or whatever, and that would have been really cool too. Yep, that one's staying down. I think I want to put some up here. I gotta remember, whoa, y'all, almost spilled it. Well, I've got this thing in my lap. I can wipe my hands off.
It's all over your finger now.
I know it is. I need to wipe it off on here. Yuck. Okay. So, it may not be the traditional lemonade with ice on the outside, but I just think there's a lot you can do with them. And I think these would be fun gifts. You know what else they'd be fun for? These would be fun for a teacher's gift at the beginning of the school year, at the end of the school year. It also would be fun, I think, to use at a baby shower. Or you could use it as a wedding shower, at a wedding shower too, but that one's not quite stuck yet. So let's put that back on there again. So what have y'all been doing today? Did anybody else get up at like 04:30 to fly anywhere? If so, let me know where you are. Y'all, I'm not a morning person at all, and that just wears me out. Especially because, I'm putting some more on there because that one wasn't staying real well. Especially because it's so hard for me to sleep the night before. Because I'm afraid I'm going to miss the alarm or miss my flight or whatever. So it's really hard for me to ever go to sleep. I like it because usually we get places faster when we do that. But this time, now get this, y'all, this is what drives me insane. And I know there's a reason for it or it wouldn't happen, but I've never understood the reason. So we live right outside Nashville. We fly out of Nashville Airport. So we flew, I really need to get this off the bottle or I'm going to keep getting it on my hand. We flew from Nashville to Baltimore, and then we had like a 2.5 or 3 hour layover in Baltimore, Maryland, before we got on another plane and came to Cancun. And then after we got on the plane to come to Cancun, they flew from Baltimore down toward Atlanta, and then they were gonna just kind of come on down to Cancun. Well, the weather, there was some kind of weather situation, and the pilot said he knew we would get into a lot of turbulence, and so they rerouted him through New Orleans. So then we had to go through New Orleans and then come down to Cancun. I mean, it was supposed to be a 3.5 hour flight. It felt like it was longer than that, probably wasn't, but to me it felt like we were on that daggone plane forever. And at one point the flight attendant walked by and I said, can you give me any idea like when we're going to be landing? And he goes, well, we've already started our descent. He said, I can tell you one thing, I've got a headache from the flight tracker because it has been all over the place. And I said, yeah, I know, my husband's been watching it. And it would say like an hour and a half, and then it would say 3 hours, and like, what is happening?
Another thing that was funny is Cancun is on Central Time, just like Nashville, Tennessee, except they don't do daylight saving time. So they're not on daylight saving time. So it was a little hard for us to get figured out exactly when we were supposed to be where.
Right, and that's why I was having trouble with my time too on this live tonight, because of course I am on Central Time, so I save it to Central Time in my phone. But then I had read that Cancun was on Eastern Time. But then when we called, they said, no, we're on Central Time, but we don't acknowledge daylight savings time. It's just crazy. This whole daylight savings time thing kind of is wacky. I wish they would just do like Arizona. And what's the other state that doesn't have, isn't there a state up north that doesn't do daylight savings? I know Arizona doesn't.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I know Arizona's the only one I know for sure. And there's also, I think, another part of a state that doesn't do it. And then we've also got an area that does a half a time zone. And toward Nova Scotia.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Can you please bring me some hot melt glue? I'm just going to hot melt this on there real quick before I go on. And I've also got a little sign I'm going to put on the front. I need to tear out and decoupage on. Put me just a little bit down in there.
Watch your fingers.
Don't burn me. Don't burn me.
See what that does.
Let me hold it here. I don't want to let go.
Put the UV light on it.
Ooh, now that UV piece is coming off because I ran the lemon into it.
And I guess another thing with the UV, since you're doing clear things, you could have put a bunch of those on and glued them all at once with it.
Yeah, I probably could have.
It'll shine through them.
Never having done it before, I was just a little nervous about what I was doing. Unless our time was long.
6:02. Cooking. cooking right along.
Okay.
We'll put any more hot milk on
Now,
there.
I can put that back up until I get ready to. Okay, now here's my little sign. Where's my little sign?
Here's your sign.
Do you know where my lemon sign is that was laying out here? Here it is. Okay. I just printed this off the internet. Is it right side up? Yeah. Printed off the internet onto rice paper. This is a different kind of rice paper, y'all. I need to look it up and see what it is, because when I try to put regular rice paper into our printer, it's a disaster. It will get hung up in the printer and jam the printer. We just got a new printer. I should be probably putting water around this and it would help to do that, but I thought maybe I was just going to be able to tear it out without
Our printer is
using
not
water.
rice paper friendly, that's for sure.
But this rice paper now is different. It will run this through like paper. So I'm grateful for that. But I know I heard another crafter recently say same thing happened to her. Her rice paper got jammed up in her printer too. So I like to print my own stuff as opposed to buying it already printed, because then I can kind of control the, you know, depths of the colors and things like that. But you know, you can't afford to replace your printer every single time you print something because it messes the printer up. So I'm just tearing it so it's got the little feathered look right here. I don't think I brought my archival ink pad to kind of distress it, but it's already distressed some on the edge, so I'm trying to just kind of keep that edge clear like it is.
I thought of a good question for this group, since you got a lot of folks here that probably know about crafting.
Okay.
Excuse me. When you have resin like this, it's very similar to the resin in an epoxy. When you have two parts of epoxy, you know, get it on your hands and it's sticky. What's something good to get it off with? I haven't really tried anything, but it doesn't harden up unless you've got the UV light. But while it's still wet, you could probably get it off with something. I don't know whether alcohol's better or whether
Yeah, it is
something
real sticky.
oily would do, like a
Y'all have
mineral
suggestions?
oil.
He's gonna watch the comments and see if y'all
Yeah.
say anything. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this right back here on the back. I'm just gonna decoupage it on like that. So usually I don't use Mod Podge with rice paper or napkins, but I didn't want to bring too many things in my bag. Y'all, when we got to Cancun, they were just randomly telling people to go have their bags checked once you got your bag. And we had one bag that had like craft stuff in it. And so I told Ronnie, I said, what is hard in there? Oh, it's got a gunky thing in there. Ugh. I told Ronnie, I said, this is going to be interesting to see what they say. Look at this. Y'all can't see it. What they say about all my craft stuff. And so he pulled out those things that I use, like ice cubes. And he just kind of looked at them like, and I said, I'm an artist and I'm going to be crafting while
And
I'm
those
here.
are plastic.
Yeah.
Donna says she uses turpentine or mineral oil. So that's good to know. And Carla says that when you buy a print, you own the print, unlike buying one print. When you buy
Right.
Okay. And Tammy wants to know what you're making today.
Well, Tammy, I am making a different kind of ball jar with lemonade. It says $2. Can you believe it? Who would pay $2 for lemonade? So I just decoupaged. I never know which way to go when I got my camera turned. Decoupaged that on. And is this still hooked up? Yes, it is. Let me dry this just a little bit. And then I got these, see these, Tammy? I got those at Michael's. They came in a bag. They weren't very expensive. And then I got some other pieces that are kind of chunky like this to fill in with. So I put some, it's probably hard for you to see, but I put some down inside. And I could always go back and add more to look like there's ice there. I could even put some in the bottom, which I may do when I get back home. But so yeah, and then I just made a lemon slice. I bought a styrofoam lemon and cut a piece off, and then painted the little lemon pieces on it. So that's what we're doing.
For those of y'all that think you're having a rough weather day, Susie Zane said, I'm stuck at home all day with a big storm.
Yes.
Then an hour ago, we had a 5.0 earthquake. Busy
Susie,
day.
no.
Busy day in Southern California.
Oh my goodness, sister, are you okay? Goodness, I knew that storm was going right for you guys. Goodness, I wonder if Maria is still in Alabama or if she's gotten home by now. Before I tie the bow, will you go rinse that? Okay, so this is what I was using. Let me show you one more time. I got this LED UV lamp by Fun Showcase off Amazon. Not expensive at all. And then to use with it, I got this, it's called Krya, Krya. And it's UV resin. So you put the resin on whatever you want to attach something to, and then I attached it, and then I just held this light. I sat down the pieces when I could, but when it gets this tall, you can't do that. So I held this light just to kind of firm it up. If you put it outside in the sun, which you can do, it takes about 15 or 20 minutes to totally set up. So now I have some ribbons here. I got some fat quarters at, I think Walmart. Maybe a couple of them at Joann's. And I had a bunch of them torn because I had these high hopes of putting a big bow around the neck. Well, first of all, they're not long enough for a bow. So I'll have to kind of tie them in a, actually before I do that, I was going to outline or shade in the ball letters because you can't see the word ball very well. So I'm just going to take this fine Sharpie marker and I'm going to kind of shade, and you're not going to be able to see it very much against the yellow. I probably need a fatter one, but let me kind of go over it a little bit so you can see. I'll just show you a little bit of what I'm doing. Let me get this part done right here and show you. I'll hold it up while Rodney's looking for another marker.
I got your brand new Sharpie there.
Okay, let me use this on it first.
Just to put a little shadow, huh?
Yep, just a little shading.
Joanne Smith Buffett says, great idea, love it.
Thank you so much.
Susie Zane said, I'm fine. It was a rocker for sure. Maria is on her way home from the retreat.
Yeah.
And so far, her flights are on time.
Oh, good. Good, good. I guess y'all just need to come to Tennessee, Susie Zane. That's all I can say.
We haven't had a good earthquake here in, I think, over 100 years. We had one that created Real Foot Lake years ago and made the Mississippi River run backwards, but...
We are on a fault line, aren't we?
Yeah.
What's it called?
The New Madrid or the San Andreas?
I think it's New Madrid.
The one in California, I think, is the San Andreas fault.
Okay, can y'all see that? See, it just kind of brought out the word ball a little bit. I'm not trying to make it super fancy. And I guess I should go over this bottom line a little bit. Okay. If I had brought my rubbing buff, I could have gone over it with some gold or silver rubbing buff, but that's not necessary. So now, since I can't tie a whole bow, I'm just basically going to make a knot.
You mean hold it still so it didn't pull over?
I'm trying to decide if I want it on the ball side or on the lemonade side.
Leave it where you turn it.
I'm gonna tie it right here, right now. I probably need the hot melt glue. I think I actually want it to come up over the rim a little bit.
Knock your lemon off.
Yes, sir.
I'll be your jar holder.
Yes, sir. He's my jar holder, my boss, my handyman. Can you put your thumb right there in the center? Ooh, carefully.
Now you want my help.
And then I think it would have been cuter if we could have had a bow, and I've got some fabric. I could have cut something a little bit longer, but I don't know that I need the glue, actually. All right, let me turn this around. I'm gonna trim it up quite a bit. It doesn't need to be dragging the ground like that. So, y'all, we brought some things to do with us. I don't know how much we'll get done. I've got a couple of fast videos that I'll be posting, and hopefully we can come on my page, Crafting and Cruising Live, some while we're here. Hopefully the weather's going to hold out for us. And Rodney's probably going to get on and even do maybe a live or two while we're here. We're going to do Stump Rodney. That's one thing we're going to do. So y'all be thinking now what you want to do, because I told you about this the other night. Rodney is a great artist. He'll tell you he's not. That's not true. He is. And so I think it would be fun one night to get on my page and just let you guys come up with random things that you want him to draw, that he doesn't have any idea ahead of time what you're going to be asking him to do. And then while he's drawing, we will visit, or we'll come up with some other ideas for what he's going to do next. Now, I told him we wouldn't make it be like a Rembrandt or anything. And it's not going to have to be something that's like a, you know, Monet's water garden or something completed. But, you know, just individual items, cars, animals, whatever.
Susie, we're down here for 7 days.
So I think that would be so much fun. It would give me an opportunity to be on the other side of the camera and give him an opportunity to show you what he can do, because he knows he can, but a lot of times I think he sells himself short from what he can do. So this would be really cute to put a little teeny tiny piece of Totally Dazzled there. I don't have any with me. Oh, you know what would be cute right there? That's what I'll do when I'll get home. I am going to glue a little bee right there, because you know the bees would be swarming around Lemonade, right? And then if I want to turn this to the front and not cover up the Lemonade sign, then I can just untie it or twist it around to the top, to the front. Oh, it's kind of sagging back here. Let me correct the sag. I don't think I tied that very well. Now I can pull them up a little bit. So, I hope y'all have had a great weekend. Y'all, I can't believe it's almost fall. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for fall. I love summer for a short period of time, but I do not do well in the heat. I don't like heat, and I don't like the humidity we have around here, and so I'm always so ready for fall. And then I'm so ready to go into winter. I know y'all that get, you know, heavy winters probably are not all that excited about it. We don't get that. And so when we do get some winter, you know, I love it. I'm like a kid playing in the snow and making fires and doing s'mores, and I love that kind of stuff. But unfortunately in Tennessee, we don't get that opportunity very much. This yellow ribbon right here is about to work my nerves. 15 minutes? What are we going to do for 15 minutes?
I don't know. You have to drag something else out of your goodie bag over there.
How about ask Rodney and Lisa questions?
That would be not very crafty.
Well, it's not very crafty, but if I'm done with my craft and I have some time left, it would occupy some time. This is really kind of cute, y'all. I wish I had put the Lemonade kind of more centered where the ice is, but look.
Well,
isn't that cute?
Unless you glued this to the lid, you could loosen the lid. You could move the ice around inside.
Yeah, and I could glue some. I only have 2 more. Well, I've got this on here now, but I guess I could slide that down.
Yep.
Okay. And
will it come off?
Let MacGyver try and see if it'll come off, and we'll put some more ice in there.
Be kind of careful. You don't want to make your lemon come off. Come on, there we go. Get it?
Perfect. Okay. So, maybe.
More ice. Oh, did you break one? You
No,
break a cube?
I didn't, but it sure sounded like it. Yeah, this one's coming loose right here. That one came off.
Maybe it melted some.
Okay, let's put one right here. Oh, come back here, Mr. Glue. Okay. Well, y'all, I need about 5 hands to do this. Okay. I'm just gonna hopefully keep it lit and over this cube for a minute till it adheres.
It's kind of shaky.
I know, because I'm trying to hold it up in the air. That stuff sticks pretty well, I'll have to admit. Now, what about if we put like a piece right there? Might as well use them, right? Huh?
Sure.
I'm afraid I'm gonna pour this whole bottle out, y'all.
It needs a little squirt top.
It does.
The bottle is dark so that UV light won't set it in the bottle.
Okay. I'm just gonna put it on 30 this time. See if we can get it down there. Okay, any comments?
Back off again.
Questions?
Well, let's see what kind of questions we got. Very cute. This Susie Zane.
Any kind of questions you want to ask Rodney and me, like Stump Lisa and Rodney? Or True Confessions?
I thought I had a pretty good vocabulary. I went to a writers conference this week, and some of the other novelists that were there, one of them that I particularly like his work, I got one of his books to read, and the first page I ran across a word that I did not know the meaning of, which was kind of embarrassing. And then I read 80 pages into it and ran across 4 more words that I had to look up.
Well,
So it had me thinking my vocabulary is not as good as I thought. But it turns out most of those terms were unique to ranching in the West. And so I really didn't necessarily, have a need to have known those over the years, but yet it was kind of embarrassing not to know them.
and in case y'all didn't know, my husband is an author, a published author. And his books are very good for all ages. His dad, when he was how old?
93.
93, read his books, and that's probably the first book he's read in years and years and years. And all the way down to, Ronnie says, about age 10, he thinks. So tell him the name.
Oh, the book series is called the Yellow Fever series, and
But it's not about yellow fever.
No, that's kind of a play on words. It's about gold, kids that find treasures, and so it's called Yellow Fever: Finding the Treasure Within. And they're on Amazon if anybody wants to get them one.
Well, there's also one called Yellow Fever: The Caged Ruby.
Yeah, the Caged Ruby is another one, and it's good too.
It is. They're really good. Like, he just found this talent later in life, and I was like, where did this come from? I was amazed.
I was listening to an award-winning writer that was speaking at our conference this week, and he started writing at 63. I started at about 65, 66, and but he started at 63 and has already won several very prominent awards. So never too late if you got an idea to do something.
Okay, y'all, so now you can see the ice down there a little bit better. Look, I mean, it's kind of uniform, so I'll probably open it one more time and put all the rest of these chunks maybe down in the bottom. I'll pour like a bunch of, I'll have another big one too. So I could just pour resin in the bottom. This bottom one is actually touching the bottom. But I could put some more resin in there and then just lay this on there and then just let it dry.
Angie's
overnight.
brother said she never thought about using her lamp for crafting.
Ah!
Carla said try studying Louisiana. No notarial law,
Oh,
the
this one
words
goes
they
up here.
use that have the simplest meanings. So,
I don't have an extra.
I'm
This
sure
goes
there's
up here.
tons of law terms that I would have no idea about.
And he worked with a lady this week who is a former prosecuting attorney for the United States government. And I went by there and saw him one day at this conference and met her. I was in love with that lady quickly. She's in her 70s or 80s.
She's close to 80.
And she is so cute.
She's been retired for 20 years.
She pulled her little photo album out and she said, what were we talking about? How did we get started?
It's like family or whatever.
Yeah, we were talking about family, showing pictures or something. She goes, well, let me show you what I have. And I think she lives, what'd she say, on 7 or 8 acres or something like that. Kind of out in the country. And so she said, I have 3 vehicles. I have one that is a Ford Edge, I think. And that's just for hauling stuff. And then I have a Ford F-150 truck. And that's for hauling stuff on the farm. She calls it the farm. And then I have a Corvette. And that's for hauling. Y'all, I died. That was so funny. And she talked about how she loves to drive fast and get in that car and just
take it around the racetrack.
Take it around the racetrack. And oh, she just loves it. And I was like, this woman is older, but honey, you could not have stopped her from doing anything like that. She is loving life.
That's right.
She's not letting a minute pass her by that she's not making the most of it, which I really admire for. I think she's been through cancer already, and she just decided that she was going to live. And when she said she's going to live, she's going to live and do what she wanted to do. And she is just a delight.
All right.
I wish she was kind of like my grandmother or something. Now it's tight. Now I want to make sure I get it, on the rim, under the limon. Let me pull it a little bit around. Okay.
Side up high over there. There we go.
Yep, it's pretty good.
Okay. Y'all pardon my hand.
And y'all, this alcohol ink that I put on it yesterday afternoon, it's real tacky. Do y'all know how to make alcohol ink not be tacky? Okay.
There you go.
Because there's a little bit of residue on my hand now. It's not as bad as it was, but last night I was covered in yellow alcohol ink.
I thought she'd been smoking.
Smoker's hands. Okay, let me trim these up a little bit more now that I've retied it, and then I'll show you.
How's our time been, by the way? It's 6:26. You get to at 6:30?
Yes. So Angie, I appreciate so much again you having this group, which is delightful and so fun. And I appreciate all the hard work you and all your admins and your husband put into this. And I thank you for including me and for all the many times you've had to help me because I'm not tech savvy or anything else. And I forgot to put the straw back in.
Oh yeah. Ooh, you almost covered the whole up.
I think I did cover the whole up. Y'all.
Ooh, that was still a little damp.
Okay, let me just put it back on here real quick.
Yeah. There you go. Put a little more light on it and you'll be good to go.
Anyway, I appreciate Angie and all her crew. They work so hard, and this isn't the only thing they do, y'all. They work jobs too and have families. So hopefully y'all are all following the Crafty Bunch. And if you're not following our page, it's Craftin' and Cruisin', the Southern way, no G's on the end, Craftin' and Cruisin'. There's a Telegram link at the top, pinned to the top of my page, so you can join the Telegram and then you'll be notified when we're going live. Also, you can turn on notifications on the page. You need to check those for every crafter you're following because a lot of times Mr. FB decides randomly to turn those off. So, yeah. It's been fun. I love this event. And here, I got it.
You got it?
So there we go. There's, I guess, what you'd call the front, and here's the back. What a fun time.
Some smiley hearts or something.
Okay,
going
anybody
up there.
have any questions, comments, or concerns? I think I'm the last one. Sweet Denise switched with me, so I think I'm the last crafter tonight. So I hope you all enjoyed all of the crafters. I couldn't watch today because I was in the air. But I'm going to go back and watch the replay. And I love each and every one of you. I hope to see you on our page. And you all have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.